What's up guys? Welcome back to another video today. As you can see, camera looks a whole lot better because I did get a new Sony camera and I'm absolutely loving it right now. The wide angle lens, guys, look at that. I mean, I feel like Stradman right now. So today, as you can see in the title and thumbnail, we're gonna be changing the coolant tank, the custom one that I got done. Let me actually show you guys the coolant tank real quick. There she is. Thought I lost it for a second. So this is the Mishimoto one. Never installed one of these before, but I've seen some other people do it. I've watched like a video like a long time ago because I definitely wanted one for my old S550, but now I finally got one for the new one. Custom painted Oxford white to match the car. And as you guys know, my buddy at Powder Coat Express, Dylan, the same guy that you guys saw in the last video that did my strut tire brace, he also did this too. I can't wait to get this installed, so I'm about to get all the tools ready, pop the hood, get the lights. I might have to move the car back just a smidge so I have more room to work on it because over on the GTR, I'm getting it ready for the next video because I'm gonna show you guys everything about the GTR. As you can see up there, I am changing the oil. It takes a little bit because of all the panels. Let me show you a little bit underneath. A little sneak peek of the GTR. GTR is pretty much covered by panels, and this exhaust is 4-inch. So Mustang guys, GTRs are no joke. They need big exhaust for big turbos, and it goes all the way back. She's straight pipe pretty much. But yeah, let's get the car moved back just a smidge more and get it ready for the coolant tank. Gotta move it back, like I was saying, just so we have more work in front. Jesus, she's loud. I swear, guys, I don't understand how this car just has an X-pipe. Compared to my old one, this car is so much louder. But like I said before, if I was daily driving this car, I would have no problem with just an X-pipe. X-pipe is plenty. And for those who missed the previous video of me getting the strut tire brace and installing it, make sure you go click that card. Link probably will be in the description. But let me show you what you missed out on. Fully custom strut tire brace, designed and made by Powder Coat Express. I wanted to do the Italian Stallion 410, but he added the subscribe. I wanted the play button, but the way he did it and came up with it, it is perfect. I'm so happy with it. And I can't wait to get this ugly coolant tank out. Got a new intake, should be coming soon. I wanted to actually discuss with everyone. What intake do you guys think I should get? Leave in the comments below. I heard JLT is the best one, but someone else told me the JLT was good for the 15, 16, 17 models, but for the 18, since they added this piece, I believe, and there's actually an air duct like right somewhere in here or in here. It's hard for me to see because it's so black. They said actually the ones with the closed top are relatively better. I don't know. I feel like they're all the same in my opinion. Let me know down in the comments which one you have on your car and how much power did you actually pick up if you actually put it on the dyno. So my first step, I'm going to try to get all the coolant out of the tank best I can. And then after that, I'm going to work on this disassembling it, taking all these clips off, taking this off and then disconnecting it, then remounting the new one into the factory spot, obviously. And yeah, we're just gonna go from there, and then I'm gonna try to figure out what all this stuff is for. So let's get to it. Got the majority of the coolant out. I'm gonna try to get as much as I can out still, but I'm gonna put you guys down for that because I know you don't want to see all that. And look, it did actually work pretty good. Got a good bit. So you can see that the coolant tank already has stains in it, and my car only has 1,700 miles on it. And like the camera doesn't pick it up like the color the best, but from like standing back, honestly, it still looks like it has a bunch of coolant in it. And it's kind of driving me insane because I keep shining the flashlight in there, looking, I'm like, are there like different chambers to this thing? I'm not exactly sure, but I feel like there's more at the bottom. Like, just look. Definitely looks like there's some in there, but I don't know. I'm gonna keep looking, make sure I got every little drop out, and start disassembling it. All right, so I'm trying to get this clamp off at the top first. Squeeze it, trying to wiggle it back, and just give it a little tug so it pulls. All right, now I need to cap that. So I got this other clamp off, and that one, obviously, you saw that one. Put one of the hoses up there, and I tucked this other one under the latch, and I put a rag near it just so it wouldn't drip. Nothing really dripped out because I did get 99% of the coolant out of it. So now I'm going to take the small impact, get both these bolts out, And then I don't know how I'm gonna be able to film this, but I might just have to like tell you exactly what I did, because I'm gonna need both my hands for it. Unbolt both of them, and then I'm gonna have to take that bottom hose out to remove this and reinstall the new clamps at the bottom and connect it and set the new tank in, because there are pieces on this tank right there. Like that piece has to slide in the slot, and then I have to like reach my hand underneath and connect that piece to the factory tube right there. That's tiny black one under the thick one for the radiator. And then yeah, she should be ready to rock, and I'll show you how to reinstall it. Now that comes up out of that piece, and then we're gonna have to clamp this hose right there. Got the coolant tank out, 100% done. How to get a vice grip, clamp this down. Now it's time to rehook everything back up. And this is water, don't worry that, by the way. I had to rinse this out just to make sure there was nothing, like extra paint or anything in there. He did cap everything off, by the way, just so y'all know. But you never know, just to be safe. So as you can see, got it pretty much buttoned up the most part. It was a little pain getting the bottom hose connected just to make sure it was 100%. And another piece I wanted to talk about, if you guys are doing it, the overflow like neck piece right here, this line, they didn't give. I had to look it up because I was like, I don't know where to run it exactly. And the fans are super close, and the belt's close, and it's kind of tight around everything. So I'm gonna still have to try to figure that out, where to put it. And I'll definitely let you guys know what hole I find down there at the bottom to put it in. I kind of wish I had the car on the lift so I could look at the bottom. But yeah, right now I'm about to put these two bolts in, just to get it 100% buttoned up, and then I can put these other clamps on and figure out where that's gonna go, and then I can start putting the coolant back, and that's pretty much it. Ford factory American bolt, and this is the Chinese, made in China, Mishimoto bolt. I think I'm gonna have to go with the Ford bolt again because size does matter. And yeah, I don't think I would want to use these because they're black, and they didn't even give a washer with it. So I mean, I'm just gonna use the Ford one because bigger is better, ladies and gentlemen. Bigger is better.
You're gonna say, no, not necessarily. Bigger is not always better.
I'm built like a Ford bolt.
No, you're built like this bolt.
If I'm built like that bolt, you're built like that bolt.
That's a lie. Hurry up, man. Tighten it up. I don't got all day.
Get my good side.
So everything is 100% tight. All these are on tight, tight, tight. Bottom one is on tight. And we're still trying to figure out this piece in the back for the overflow. This piece right here, we were trying to get it all the way down to the bottom, and we couldn't find the exact hole, so we're gonna jack the car up right now on the passenger side. I'm gonna try to get underneath the car and see the best place where to pull it through. Just the most safest place possible, because we got the fans up front and the belt right there. So I don't want it near anything that could harm it or potentially cause a failure. Just gotta be careful when you're doing this just to be safe. So the hose runs right there, and you can see the AC stuff's right there. So I took a little zip strip and kind of like just put a little loop around the AC. It's a metal pipe right there, and the plastic hose. I didn't crank it down tight. It's just like keeping it tracked right there next to it. So it runs down to the front and drops down completely down right near like the black plastic like undercarriage piece. And yeah, it's pretty good as of now. I'm just trying to make sure, gonna try to wiggle it, make sure it doesn't move. But yeah, that's how I did it. Seems like it's gonna work okay for the most part, but hopefully we don't run into any problems down the road. She is complete. Everything is buttoned up for the most part. My dad was telling me back in the day, the old days, they would just let the pressure out one of the lines because the air would try to find its way out. I don't know. I assume it's the same way with the old car, or the old cars to the new cars. Maybe it'll push its way out of the system. Maybe that's what this is for, to like push the excess air if it starts to have pressure. I don't know. I'm not an expert, guys. Not claiming I'm an expert. Just trying to figure out how to do this coolant tank by myself, and my dad was helping because it pretty much takes two people. I don't know how some people do it by themselves, because I'm trying to film and replace the coolant tank and make sure I get everything 100% and it looks good for you guys so you can see the whole process. But now I got to switch the tubes of the pumps and pump them back in there. I might have to get a little extra coolant, maybe just like another jug if they sell it in a small jug. I could top it off, just keep an eye on it. I think this little gauge on the side, it will show the exact level. Yeah, it has the max and minimum. So we're gonna see after everything goes back in. Hopefully it's 100%. I really hope so, because I don't feel like taking this thing back off. But yeah, let's get the coolant back in. We have the car running right now. I did let it run with the cap off for a few minutes, let it heat up, get all probably the air through the system, and I guess it will come out. And then from what I heard, you put the cap back on and let it build pressure. So over on the side, it shows like the minimum and the maximum. The levels did go up a little bit, so I might have to add a little more. I would say lost maybe 8 ounces total. Nothing crazy, but I'm just gonna have to top it off later down the road. I'm just letting it run, get super hot, get the pressure through the lines. Make sure it's not leaking anywhere. That is just always double check that, because if it starts leaking, that could be bad. She's nasty. She good? Any leaks? Nah. She aight. Alright guys, that is gonna wrap up today's video. I hope you enjoyed. It wasn't too much to do, honestly. I just took my time with it, made sure I got it 100%. If you have any questions, honestly, just DM me on Instagram. My Instagram is the same as my YouTube, Italian Stallion 410. I try to answer all my DMs and reply and have a decent conversation with everyone and just give them the best response I can. Granted, I still try to do it while I'm working. It's a little tough sometimes, so be patient with the responses. This is the final look of the coolant tank and the strut tower brace. It wasn't crazy hard to do. Just take your time. I'm not an expert. I was pretty much asking people questions as I was going along. I'm so happy with the way everything turned out. Just need to get my intake and some other stuff on the car. Hit that like button and subscribe. Road to 100K, and I'm out. Peace.